Oh, it's a nose run? My nose running? What? No, she is not getting sick. I don't have time for that. Hey y'all, thank y'all for clicking on the video. Today I am snowed in once again. Oh, my job was open today and I was ready to get up out that house. Do you feel me? But none of the roads are clear over here where I'm at, and I live about 40 minutes from my job. So it was pretty much no need to go. I got my car, I tried to start it up, and I wasn't going nowhere. Nothing was happening. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and do what everybody else is telling me to do and just take the day off. My job understood, and I'll be back tomorrow. So I decided to do a sit down video today because I was bored out of my mind. I have absolutely nothing to do. So I figured I'll just knock out a sit down video for y'all. So this video is going to be about how Dion and I met and pretty much how we got to the place where we are today. So if you guys are interested in hearing this story, make sure you keep watching. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, so Dion and I met while we were in college. So we were both part of a fashion show. Yes, a fashion show. Can you believe that Dion was in a fashion show? Like, I tell it to him all the time. I'm like, I cannot even believe that you were a part of the fashion show, because that is so not him. But mind you, it was an alpha fashion show. So y'all know the fraternity, the alphas. So majority of the guys who were in the fashion show were in the fashion show so that they can become alphas, so they can kind of get like their foot in the door kind of thing. So that was his thing. That was his motive. And also, I mean, it was a lot of pretty women. So I mean, you know, he trying to talk to the girls or whatever, like all the other guys. Okay, so for me, I didn't even know about the fashion show. I did live on campus at this time. I did. But an alpha who worked at CVS, and I was in there purchasing something, he was like, I think you should try out for our fashion show. And I was like, all right, cool. You know, I wanted to be a part of something big that was going to be on campus, because y'all know how HBCUs are. If you don't, like, we make a big deal out of fraternities and sororities and events that are on campus. They be popping. So I was like, yes, you know, get my name out there, get my face out there, you know. So let me go ahead and do this fashion show. Plus, your girl can walk, okay? I've had modeling runway experience. So I was like, absolutely. Practices start and things of that nature. I noticed Dion, but I don't really notice Dion. He's kind of always hanging with his boys or whatever, and me, I knew nobody in the fashion show, so I was kind of like chilling. I was a little bit of a loner. I mean, I talked to a few people, but everybody was kind of clicked up into their little cliques and stuff. So the way that I met Dion, okay, so there was a dance scene that was going to be in the fashion show. It was a real sexy dance scene, y'all. Like, it was real sexy, okay? It was to like a Janet Jackson, you know, throwback song. I think it was like a remix. And it was supposed to be real sexy. Y'all know how college shows be or whatever. So, I mean, it literally involved almost like a lap dance. Like, it was, child, y'all know, people be so grown and fast in college. So, I had a partner, but my particular partner did not come to rehearsal that day. And I don't know what was up with Dion's partner. So, I was doing it by myself. Like, I was practicing by myself, and I noticed that Dion is like sitting in the you just sitting in the little pews or whatever, like just watching, just looking at me. And I'm like self-conscious, I don't know what, because I'm over here doing these sexy moves that I halfway know, I ain't even fully know them, and I'm like, this dude is staring at me. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. Anyway, so then he's like, you ain't got no partner? And I was like, I do have a partner, but he not here today, whatever. And he was like, oh, well, I can be your partner. And I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, I don't really know to dance like that or whatever. And he was like, you know, watching me. He was like, it looked like, you know, he was like, you got it. I'm like, so is it, you think it's like this? You know, do the little dance moves. And he like, yeah, that's perfect. Trying to be smooth or whatever. So our first encounter is us practicing as dance partners together, and I'm like, this is so weird because it's a sexy dance, and it's like, hi, nice to meet you, and I'm sitting on your lap now. Like, it was just, yeah, it was interesting. So then after the fashion show, oh, mind you, so I was talking to a guy who was not a part of the fashion show, but he was helping out with the fashion show. So he was not in it, but he was kind of like helping the alphas because he was a model in another organization that we had on campus. So I was talking to that guy, but that guy, now mind you, I really liked this guy. I was so into this guy. Like, he was tall, dark, and handsome, and I thought he was just everything, y'all. But he fell off from talking to me. Like, you know how when you talking to somebody and then the phone calls become fewer, the texts become one wordish, and y'all not chilling no more, stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but whatever. So I'm a little bit in my feelings that he just up and stopped talking to me, but I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. So I knew that Dion was going to ask me for my number. I just had that feeling. I was like, I know this boy's going to ask me for my number. So at the end of the night, he asked me for my number. Now, what I normally do is I give people fake numbers. So I was thinking about, I honestly, y'all, swear to God, and I don't swear to God. I don't know why I just said that. And Dion does not believe me to this day, but I was going to give him a fake number because I didn't really feel like I was too much interested. I mean, dreads were not my thing. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really into that kind of thing. And it's not like I thought he was ugly or anything of that nature, but I just was chilling. Like, I wasn't that interested. But I was like, I'm not going to be petty and give him a fake number because I have to see him again every single day because we're this fashion show, so whatever. Gave him my real number, and from that day on, we were texting every day, all day the next day. And I was like, why am I texting this boy when I'm not even interested? But I was just like, his conversation is like dope. Like, he know how to hold a conversation. And then on top of that, he picked up the phone and called me, and I was like, what? Because a lot of dudes don't call you no more. Everything is texting, especially in the beginning stages. So I was like, okay, he can actually hold a conversation on the phone and in text messages. I said, okay. I'm chilling. I'm like, all right. We can talk. We can, converse, I didn't even know. Okay, so we realized that we stay in the same dorm. Not on the same floor, but on the same side. So I think I stayed on like the first floor, and he stayed on like the third floor. But I never had seen him. Like, I never seen him. So one day I'm chilling in his room. We're watching movies. He seemed like a cool dude. Like, we can actually talk and have good conversation like friends. Like, we cool. I'm like, all right, blah blah blah. So I'm still in denial because honestly, when I met Dion, and this is no lie to you, I honestly thought he was like a thug. Like, I did. Like, I thought he was one of those dudes who was like a thug. I really did. I really did. So I was like, it's something about him that I like. But I was like, now, during this time, my type was pretty boy. All day. Pretty boy. That was my type, right? So, I mean, Dion, to me, I thought he was a thug. I mean, he told me the first day that he told me this wild story because he had like a cut on like this part of his face or whatever. And he was like that it came from, like, he ended up getting in a fight or something like that, and he was telling me the story, and I'm like, yo, this dude go hard. Like, I was like, he go hard, like, he is straight up like thug type dude or whatever. But turns out he's totally not like that. He was kind of like going through a phase where he was trying to give off that vibe that he go hard and stuff like that, like a lot of dudes was trying to do in college. But it was so not him. And so I was going to like the Bible studies and stuff like that. So I started talking about God, and he started talking back, and I'm like, okay, he know what he's talking about. Like, he wasn't turned off by it. So I had no idea. And now I know that Dion is actually like a pre-K, like he's like a preacher's kid. So I'm thinking I'm schooling him about some stuff, and he actually already hip, like way hip. So anyway, we start talking more and more. All right, so I'm in denial that I like this dude. Like, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I didn't tell anybody about him. I didn't tell any of my friends. I just kind of kept it on the low. I was like, it's a dude that I'm like chilling with that's in the fashion show, but I'm like, it's not even, we just cool. We just cool or whatever. So one night we were chilling, and the guy that I was waiting to text me and stuff like that hit me up and was like, you know, we should do this or whatever, like we should chill or whatever. And I'm like, dang, I'm already with Dion or whatever, but I'm like, let me just go see what he talking about, because I did really like this boy at one point. So I went chill with him, and I realized I don't like this dude. Like, it was crazy. I was like, I kind of miss chilling with Dion. Like, me and him have so much fun, and whatever me and him had, I'm over it at this point and stuff like that. So I'm like, ugh, oh my gosh, so I'm over it. That's when I realized that I really wasn't feeling dude anymore. Like, I was just like, I don't know, just something happened and I'm just over it. Like, it was crazy. It was really weird. So we start talking. Dion and I start talking hard. Like, we talking every single day. We're chilling just about every single day. Like, it's crazy. We're going into the end of the semester, which the semester ends in like May, and then you go home for like summer break. We both go to our respective homes for summer break, and Dion's like, so, you know, when are we gonna make it official? And me, I was really reserved about making things official, and the reason being is I was scared, because I felt like, you know, when I would start getting serious with a guy, that's when things would change. Like, I was scared of that commitment, and Dion would always tell me love without fear. Now, mind you, we were telling each other we love each other at this point. Months had passed, but I still was scared to give it that real boyfriend girlfriend commitment, because I was just scared of what might happen. And he was such a good guy. Like, I knew he was genuinely such a good guy, and I wanted to be all the way there. I didn't want to be, you know, I just was scared. I was so scared. Then finally, I was talking to one of my girlfriends. I was just like, you know, I need to make it official with this dude. We telling each other we love each other. Like, I'm over playing games. So, you know, it was cute, because he would be like, he would ask me, so are you my girl yet? And I'm like, let's keep things the same. Like the roles are reversed, like how a dude is normally with a girl. Okay, y'all, so I just got off the phone with one of my friends. So, all right, back to the story. So I think I left off at the part where I was talking about how we made it official. So one day we were on the phone or whatever, and I was like, so once I realized that I did want him to be my boyfriend, since we were already, you know, acting as though we were boyfriend and girlfriend, I was like, so are you my boyfriend yet? And he was like, so do you want me to be your boyfriend? And I was like, yeah. He was like, all right, so I'm your boyfriend now. And that's how it happened. So it was like 2 kids, you know, whatever. So I just felt really good once I made it official. I was like, I don't know what I was playing for, what I was scared of, but I was really happy that I went ahead and made things official. I felt like I was with my homie, I was with my best friend, and I knew that we had something special. Like, I knew that we weren't ever going to break up. Like, it was crazy. Like, it was just literally so ideal. It wasn't perfect. Yes, we argued, we still argue, but I knew that it was something more. Fast forward, we're going back to school now. So I was supposed to be staying in a dorm. Okay, I had a room. Dion already told me that he was done with dorms. He didn't want to stay in a dorm, that he was getting an apartment. His parents got him an apartment. At this time, I had met his parents. He had not met my parents yet. I was really scared, because I knew my family was really like critical, and really, I just didn't like to tell them my love life and what was going on. Like, I like to keep it to myself. Dion would say, like, yeah, you know, so we're gonna have an apartment, we can do us, we can chill, we can get away from campus, and it'll be like that or whatever. And I knew I was always gonna be over there. And that's exactly what happened. I was always over here. Always. I was never in my dorm. I was in my dorm, I could probably count on one hand how many times through the whole semester I was in my dorm. my mom wasn't stupid. She knew that my boyfriend had an apartment, and she knew that I was over there all the time. Like, even the dorm called my parents like, where's your daughter? Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though I moved in and stuff, but you know, I wasn't coming in for checks and stuff like that. It was really hard when Dion and I started sneaking around and like basically living together. It was hard. We both come from very religious families. We are both religious ourselves. It was hard. It was hard. It wasn't something that I planned to do, was to move in here, but it just kind of, it happened. Like, it was like being around my best friend every single day. Like, we still maintained our grades. I still had a little part-time job. He had a little part-time job. It was like we were still doing us. And then eventually I graduated before him, and I had to make the decision of whether I was going to continue to reside here or if I was going to move back home with my parents. And it was a really hard decision, because I knew that my parents was not going to be happy. Neither one of our parents were happy about it. It took a very long time. I knew that I loved this guy, and I knew I wasn't going to be all the way happy, you know, just settling for what I knew my parents wanted me to do. It was a big grown-up decision. It's the biggest decision I've made so far, and I have no regrets. We went through some hard times making this decision, trying to live together. We went through some very tough times, literally. I mean, there were times we were dead broke. There were times that we slept on the floor. Like, it was real, y'all. Like, and all of that made our bond and our connection so much more real. Love will make you do some crazy, you will do some crazy things for love, but I don't regret it. Dion proposed to me May 12th 2015 on his graduation day. I'm sorry, May 2nd, because I graduated on May 12th. May 2nd. So yeah, and now we are getting ready to get married. We already look at each other as husband and wife for a long time. Even before we were engaged, it was like, you are my wife, you are my husband. Whether we have went to the courts and signed papers, and you know, we feel like that. So anyway, so that is the story of how we met. I don't want to make it too long, but for those who are judging, yes, I met him during our college fashion show, and we have been best friends ever since. Ever since. And, you know, I'm happy. My parents have now accepted everything. I mean, it's been almost 3 years since I graduated college and I made that decision. But Dion and I are going into our 4th year of being together, and it's been a crazy ride. It's been a crazy fun ride, and I want y'all to follow me through the rest of our journey and my journey. And that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed the story. I hope it wasn't too long. I have a feeling it's really long. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed my video. See y'all later. Bye.